Welcome back to Upon Further Review, Summit Athletic Conference Media Day 2025. Got a new face in the crowd coming over from Bishop Lures. Darian White has now taken the job there at Wayne. And I think any coach that takes a job at Wayne has to feel a little bit comfortable about the athletes that run up and down those hallways over there, because they always seem to have a few of them. So let's talk about your transition first. How has that gone? Because like you said, you've been 15 plus years at Lures.
Yes, sir.
And now you're going into a totally different scenario situation, but the comfort zone got a little challenged.
Sure. Yeah, so I would say it's an old face in a new place. I've been around for a long time, coached a lot of the kids in the room here today, but the transition's been good. Obviously, anytime you're entering in a new environment, there's always some challenges, things that you need to learn, especially as a first-time head coach. But I feel very blessed that I've put together a pretty good staff that are helping me along the way. We got a lot of support from the school. The athletic directors have been good. Principal's been good. So. But like you mentioned, that the talent in the hallways is something that drew me to the job. I mean, we've always said from the outside looking in that Wayne had good talent. Last year, they graduated 23 seniors. 2 of them were Division I players, a couple of them playing smaller, lower level football. But, I mean, they've always had the talent. I just think that with this new wave of kids and new attitudes and things that are going on in the environment and in the community right now, I think the new face in there is a good time for it.
Yeah, and adding to that group, let's not forget they've also had a kid taken in the NFL this year, and that was kind of unique. Went and played at Toledo.
Yep.
And excuse my, his name is escaping me at the
Darius
Alexander. Yeah,
Darius Alexander,
I was going to say Darius. I couldn't figure out his last name, but he goes and plays at a Mid-America Conference school after being a Wayne General.
Yep.
Had a great high school career. Goes to Toledo, has even a better career there. And now he's an NFL draft pick. So, again, the Wayne Generals has produced some very good football players over the years. But let's talk about what you're looking at offensively heading into this year. Let's talk where everybody wants to talk, the quarterback position, because that's always seems to be where the eyes go on high school Friday nights.
Yeah, so usually transitioning into a new job, you're always concerned with who's going to lead the charge, right? Quarterback is always what you're looking at. So I've been very fortunate. I have one that is ingrown in my own house. So Jace, who was the quarterback at Bishop Lures last year for the playoffs and the state game, will be the quarterback over at Wayne. We also have another kid named Ashton Martin who showed up, who came over from Bishop Lures, who will also do pretty well there too. But yeah, so we have a little bit of experience coming in, which is good. My son Jace is going to be a senior, so you got some senior leadership at the quarterback position and a little bit of experience. Like I mentioned earlier, we graduated 23 seniors, so we're looking for experience in a lot of different places. So to have that at the quarterback position, I think is a value.
Yeah, no question. And especially the continuity that he'll have and bring from your philosophical approach is it's worth its weight in gold, because he's going to be a kid that you can depend upon in the locker room and the communicational phase. Well, up front, let's talk up front, because we've talked to several coaches today already, and they're all talking about their offensive line. And how do you see the offensive line makeup there for Wayne this year?
Yeah, so the game is won or lost in the trenches. So that outside of having a senior quarterback to lead the group, you're looking at the line, and so the pattern of questioning makes sense. So our offensive line is going to be young, like I mentioned before. We have some really good talent there. I have a kid that I feel like if he pushes and does everything he can be a Division I tackle. So we're just developing him. But it's going to be just like anything else. We're going to teach them the standards and everything that we're asking of them as far as what we expect of them on and off the field. If they can do that, we have good coaches in place that are going to help them develop in that position.
Brand new Wayne head coach Darian White joining us here on Upon Further Review. Coach, why this job now for you? Longtime assistant at Lures, this opportunity presents itself. Why was Wayne 2025 the chance, the opportunity for you?
Yeah, so I'm a Southside alumni. So a couple times that job opened up, I really eyeballed that. I didn't want to be selfish though. I have 3 boys that play, and the last couple years where it was open, they were just starting their high school career. So I didn't really want to move them out of a situation at Bishop Luers where I felt like we'd have a good chance to go to a state championship. And obviously, hindsight 2020, we were able to do that 2 years in a row. So I was able to take a picture I call iconic, where I had my kids when I used to coach at Bishop Luers when they were 3 and 4 years old at the state championship game, thanks to Jalen Smith. But they were able to come out onto the helmet in the middle of Lucas Oil Stadium and take a picture with me, and we were able to recreate that picture 15 years later. So that doesn't happen, if I move on. So that was really cool. So, but once we got that taken care of, the opportunity at Wayne came up, and like I mentioned before, it's always been a place where we felt like had a ton of talent. Looking on the outside in, obviously we're putting Division I players out there. Kemar Nelson is going to be going to NIU. He's going to be playing for Thomas Hammock, who's going to get inducted tonight, which is really cool. So he's going to go out there and play some football. So we always looked over the fence and saw the talent there. It's a great campus. If you haven't been there recently, it's all renovated, brand new locker rooms. It's the inside cafeteria is being renovated right now. All the rooms, everything on the inside of the school is redone. So brand new, beautiful weight room. It's fully loaded and all that kind of stuff. So you look at that. And where I come from, humble beginnings at Bishop Luers, they're renovating some things now. But for the last few years, if you've ever seen their weight room, is we always motivate the kids. We say, hey, look, if we can win the SAC and win state titles in this place, then imagine if we get something better. So if we can compete with the guys that have more than what we have, then that's always been a motivation factor for us over at Bishop Luers. But now I'm kind of on the other side where we do have the nice amenities, and I'm not gonna lie, it's actually pretty nice. I enjoy it. So. I don't believe in coincidence. I don't think things just happen by happenstance. I think my steps have been placed to be at be at Wayne High School, and so far it's been an excellent transition. I don't regret anything.